This is the plaintiff, Dawn Geller. She says she rented the defendant's ski house, and the place was falsely advertised because it was a dump. The house leaked so badly her daughter's ski boot was full of water the day they were supposed to go skiing. She's out all sorts of money on rentals and cleaning fees and is suing for the $332.95 she's owed. This is the defendant, Tim Doherty. He says the woman complained from the minute she got into the house and wasn't accustomed to what a ski house is really like. Besides, she had 12 people sleeping in the house when the place only holds 10. Bottom line, he doesn't owe her anything because it was a holiday weekend, and on holiday weekends, there are no refunds whatsoever. He's accused of a snow job.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Be seated and come to order. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Dawn Geller, you are suing Tim Doherty for $332.95 that you feel you should be refunded because of property damage that happened and its resultant effects here on a vacation that you rented his house for. And you think, frankly, it was sort of a shambles.
Yes.
Tell me what happened.
Actually, Your Honor, I'm more suing for the personal inconvenience that was caused.
Yeah, it sounds like you're angry.
Yes.
Right.
I have 4 children. Now they range in age a little bit older from December, but at the time, I believe it was 15, 8, 5, and 4. And I don't know if you've ever skied, but to take that many kids skiing.
I'm not going to do it anymore. I just did it, and I have 15, 13, and 9, and this is not a vacation.
Exactly. So you can understand my plight as a mom in the morning, getting everybody out in their snow gear, out the door, into the truck. I had 3 of the 4 kids in the truck, came back to see what was taking Sydney so long.
Sydney is the 15-year-old?
The older one who's self-sufficient. And she was crying.
Oh, no, but they drag longer.
Right. Actually, she's really good because she helps me with the little guys.
Okay.
And she knows the whole ski routine. And she picked up her boot, and when she turned it over, I mean, it wasn't like drips of water. It was water. And I have taken pictures later that...
Did you bring the boots?
I did not bring the boots. They're now
where?
dry, but...
They're what?
They're now dry, but...
Okay.
I did not bring the boots, but it was filled with water.
But you still have them?
No, I did not. I returned them because I bought them for that weekend. I bought the boots for that weekend.
But you returned them at the store?
When I came home from skiing.
Right.
I returned them.
How were you able to return a pair of boots that got water damage, according to you? And if you returned them, why are you suing him for $80 for it?
Because the boots were ruined from the water.
Apparently, it wasn't your loss, though, because you passed that loss on to the store where you returned them. They couldn't have been too ruined, or the store wouldn't have taken them back. So you're suing for 2 different things there: ski boots plus ski boot rental. We'll talk about ski boot rental in a second. But you're actually suing for the value of the boots because they were ruined. You sort of got to be able to prove, A, they were ruined, which you didn't bring me the boots, and you returned them, so it doesn't sound like they were ruined, and B, that it's your loss and not a loss that you passed on to a store. Okay, so go on.
So I put all the kids in the car.
And how were they full of water?
I have the pictures here from the toilet.
The toilet above where the boots were?
Yes. When you entered the house, you entered through the basement.
Right.
And that's where the owners have like ski hooks. So that's where you hang all your ski equipment. Right. And there was a bathroom, I guess, on the 2nd floor above the basement.
Okay.
And the first night, there's also a bathroom right there. So you walk in the house, you drop off all your ski equipment. There is a toilet right around that wall. And sitting in that bathroom that night, water's falling on us as we're going to the bathroom. So we called Tim. He said, maybe it's just the snow melting, and I'm not really quite sure.
Inside the bathroom? So let me see the pictures. Yeah. So you call him that night, and he says it's the snow melting inside.
Well, I actually called him. The first thing I called him about was the dirt. You'll see the dog food that is left on the porch for us. Although I'm not a picky eater, the dog food on the porch. And Tim said, "I'm really sorry. We didn't hire the cleaning service that we usually do. My kids said that they would clean it." I said, "Tim, listen."
How old are your kids?
15 and 18.
You left them to clean it?
No, we were actually all there.
Okay.
We were all there because I was trying to get out of the house quickly because Dawn wanted to come in, so I was trying to be accommodating. So we cleaned the house.
Accommodating, but I mean, I'm looking at pictures of cobwebs.
Well, there's some other things, Your Honor.
What is this a picture of?
That's the maintenance man's fix of the leaking toilet. He left a bowl all day while we were skiing, And that overflowed, Your Honor, as you can see on the next couple pictures, down the wall into my daughter's boots that next morning. And also, I called Tim immediately. I said, Tim, I understand that this is a pet-friendly house, but I also have a dog. If you were to come into my house, you could see the stairwell that we walked up. That's the first thing that greeted us, that dog hair all over those stairs.
So you call him, he says, I'll send a maintenance man. Before you guys go skiing, the maintenance man comes?
No, the maintenance man did not come. We went skiing. We left with the wet boots, and I said, "Look, we're going to have to just go wait in that wonderful holiday rental line that I'm sure that you've witnessed."
Right.
But
so now you have to rent boots.
I have to rent boots, which then cost me. He missed his snowboard lesson.
Why did he miss? Oh,
well, because I had to go wait.
How old is he? 8. Oh my, he's not even as big as a snowboard. Oh my goodness.
He's very good, Your Honor.
Has he been snowboarding before?
Oh yes, we spent all winter training and he's ready.
Him.
Yeah, he's become very.
But why did he have to miss a snowboard lesson? I mean, look, why? Why would water and some boots in the morning in a house that's dirty cause you to miss the snowboard lesson? Why would that happen? You got another adult there who can make sure he makes it to the snowboard lesson. If you don't want to leave your 15-year-old to measure her own feet, I'm not getting it.
So Dylan and Chase at the ski area where we went to Jack Frost and Big Boulder, the children who don't snowboard, the skiers, the under 6 skiers, they're on a completely opposite school. So Jeff was on duty with Chase and Dylan, because they're in a completely different area. He was doing private snowboard lessons, which met at a flag away from the ski school.
Why 2 lift tickets? You just amended your lawsuit this morning for a second lift ticket. The first lift ticket is whose?
My lift ticket. $44 for my lift ticket.
Because you didn't ski that day?
I could not until later on in the afternoon. By the time I got Sydney measured, and it was my credit card. So I don't know. I didn't. Yes, could I have given Sydney, I guess, my credit card to go wait in line, but it's just something that we just didn't do. We don't do.
All right. So who's the other lift ticket?
Sydney's, my 15-year-old.
She didn't ski at all that day?
Not until later on. By the time they redid her boot, they had to redo her boots.
Show me the proof of what a lift ticket costs. Are you asking for the amount for the lift ticket for the whole day, even though you skied that day?
I think I skied an hour, Your Honor, that day.
Can I see your punch so I see what you skied?
I didn't bring the actual
any proof
ticket,
of the
but I brought the price of the lift tickets.
Okay. All right, and you also want to be reimbursed the cleaning fee of $65. Tell me about that.
Well, so Tim said, after calling him 1,000 times, first it was the dog hair and then the dog food on the deck, and the refrigerator didn't even, bless you with those pictures. I put paper towels down so that we could put our food on top of the paper towels, but you could see what I dealt with. If there was dog food left on the porch for me, you could just imagine what the refrigerator looked like.
Okay.
So anyway, he said, after, not initially, maybe like the 3rd or 4th phone call, he said, you know what? Fine. I will send, when we get your cable bill back, and as long as you haven't run up any extra charges, I'll send you the $200 for your security deposit. I'll send you and in his email, he stipulates this. I'll send you the $65 for it not being cleaned initially, and I'll give you $65 on the tail end, because I cleaned all week. It was cleaner when I left than when I entered.
Okay.
So that was $330.
Pause button on you. Stop talking and talk to me. What's going on here?
As far as the cleanliness of the house, it's not an issue here.
It's not?
Well, because it's not what I'm being sued for. I'm being sued for ski
you
boots.
are. With the cleaning fee is another thing you're being sued for.
The cleaning fee.
Do you want to see the pictures? Or?
I would.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. What happens is we charge a $65 cleaning fee to have somebody come in afterwards, regardless. So normally, what I do is I reimburse them $135.
Can I see the contract that you all signed? Let me see that. Security deposit will be refunded following inspection of the property. We have our home professionally cleaned, so there is an additional $65 cleaning fee. Okay.
Right. So the way it works is they pay a $200 deposit. I usually refund them $135. So when I sent the check for $265. You're including both $65 fees. So you actually sort of throw in the other $65. All right, now let's talk about the rest of the lawsuit. She's angry. She's angry because, how many kids did you raise? 2.
2. Okay, now multiply that by 4. Well, you can't really, because a geometric expansion. Come on up, Mom. Come on. This is your department, honey. Okay, it is so much worse with Mom, because you go from a man-to-man to a zone defense, and you're trying to be, and now there's only 2 of you, and you're trying to do all this stuff. You know what I did? My last ski vacation? Didn't ski a day.
Yeah, right. It's hard.
So when something goes wrong, like all of a sudden you have to stand in a line to rent something, and then this happens and the other thing happens and you miss something.
you know. Is that worth something?
I think that there was more of an exaggeration because the leak, we called our maintenance man in 5 times that we had to pay for.
Well, he came over 3 times.
To come over because she kept complaining. And then on Monday, when we finally could get someone there, because we couldn't get anyone there, we would have gotten someone there. It was $126. The leak was, it was nowhere near something that could fill a boot or. And
but do you see the picture?
The only thing I don't understand.
Didn't your maintenance guy tell you that the leak was filling
it was not. We have. I think you have a statement from
the affidavit that I.
He's been with us 10 years. We've been doing this a very long time.
Let me see the affidavit from him.
And we sent him over several different times. This was not like we took this lightly at all.
Right.
Because our reputation.
Why couldn't he just? He could go there 400 times, but it's not really useful if he doesn't fix the leak.
Well,
Why didn't
he's not a plumber. He's just a basic. And he said it wasn't
why did you send him? Why didn't you didn't want to pay a plumber?
No, I couldn't get a plumber. They were all the guys we used were off.
It's not like being in New York City. The guy says we'll be there Monday morning. It's not a major. It's not a major issue. So we said, okay, could you please? That's the best we could do. But again, about the cleanliness, we personally were there ourselves that weekend. We did not have a big party. It wasn't a beer fest. It wasn't my daughter with her friends. It was us, and we cleaned.
You didn't do a great job of the cleaning. I'm looking at the kitchen. I'm looking at the cobwebs. I can't hear all 3 at the same time. Which one wants
is on the house clean lady. Okay. There are 2 lights that are very, very high up on both sides of the fireplace. And yes, maybe I didn't particularly see that, but the house was clean.
Like she zoomed in on something that's a story high. And
she called so many different times.
Well, clearly she didn't think it was clean, or she wouldn't have been stalking you. Now, so one of these calls is at 2 in the morning.
Text messages going at 2:50,
we had to get up so many different times, and then I said, Timmy, please tell her to leave.
Why are you text messaging them at 2-something in the morning?
So he stopped answering my phone.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So you rent a ski house, and it is a mess when you get there. What would you do?
I'd be out of there. No question about it.
But what if it ruins your ski vacation?
I don't know. I think I would be out of there anyway.
What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I would leave, and then I'm probably just gonna go knock at the other house and stay at the other place.
Well, but then what if there's not another place? That's the problem.
Well, man, you just stay. You brought your boots, you brought your snowboard, and you just got to stay. You got to stick it out. You brought your lift pass. Just man up and. Man,
that's what I'm thinking too, man. Yeah. Exactly. It's just what I'm thinking, man. We're going into the courtroom.
Your Honor, he stopped answering my phone. I was livid. I asked him initially, I said, Tim, how about just throwing me back? I'm easy. Shut me up. Hey, Mrs. Geller, here's X number of dollars back for your inconvenience.
What did you say? I want to hear it.
What, X number of dollars?
Yeah, what was the X?
Well, I said half. I said half. I said, give me half of the money back. He said, you're out of luck. You're choosing to stay there. If you stay in this house, well, where am I going to go with 4 kids on New Year's Eve weekend to go find another rental? That would have meant driving all the way back to New Jersey and then canceling the entire ski trip. Okay. So, All
right, here's how it works. Look, we're going to put your hand down. We're done. Look, this is how I feel about this case, okay? I rent a place for $1,100. I want an $1,100 value. I have a bad experience because there's a leak and the leak isn't taken care of because it's a holiday weekend and your normal guys aren't available. I sort of expect you to get your unnormal guys. I expect you to solve the leak instead of making the leak my problem for the weekend. I don't want it to be my problem. I don't want it to slow me down that day. I don't want it to, is it worth $1,100 back? Of course not. They chose to stay there for the weekend. Is it worth half of it? I agree with you. No, it's not worth half of it back. Is it worth the specific things she's suing for? Well, it's sort of faulty in that regard because you have an answer for all of them and you're right about it. Like the $65 cleaning fee you have actually reimbursed already. I understand that. So is it worth anything else? I don't know, like if I didn't get the benefit of my bargain because there was a problem with the house, then I didn't get the benefit of my bargain because it was a problem with the house. What I'm going to do is I find that the whole cleaning thing has already been taken care of, just as you say. I find that, the specific amounts she's asking for, she's not going to get. What I do find, though, is that there's some room for reimbursement based on just the fact that there was a leak in the house that wasn't taken care of and that it caused inconvenience. And I'm going to order you to return $200 of the rental amount. That's my judgment.
See what the defendants have to say coming out of this courtroom here. All right, so the judge awards something to the plaintiff. So what do you feel about it?
Well, I don't feel she deserved anything. I was trying to be accommodating. She was harassing, and I'll go stand by the judge's ruling. But
it's good of you. So, what you think this was a tough client to deal with here?
It's basically one that I would probably walked away from.
Why? She's a
neurotic nut.
Neurotic nut. All right. I head right down the hallway here. Thank you, sir. Good luck on the slopes. All right. Come on in here and tell me what you think about the outcome of this case here.
I'm very happy with. I'm glad that the judge saw that. I mean, I agree with the judge. Maybe my denominations for the certain things were not up to snuff legally, but I was upset. I walked into a house that was a pigsty and a leaking toilet into our downstairs area that we slept in. And as Austin could attest to, Austin, how was the house that you stayed in?
Well, I really didn't like it, but I liked the part that we could like after all and we cleaned it, we got to do it a few minutes skiing, but I don't like the house, how it's all messy.
All right, Austin.
It was a pigsty. And I'm glad that the judge recognized my plight for bringing that to his attention.
Thank you, Austin. Harvey?
Okay, good. When you go on a trip like this, make sure that if there are problems, take pictures and document the problem before you leave. That happened here, and it is the best way of protecting your rights. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.